Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I have a dedicated area in my shop here where we add gold to bags of pay dirt. That's how we can guarantee a minimum amount of gold in every single bag. And we put it on the shelf and wait for it to sell on kleshgold.com. Now, the thing is, no matter how careful we are, somehow we lose so much gold every year it ends up on the ground. So when we vacuum the floor, we save all that material and then I process it a couple times a year. Today's one of those days we're gonna go process it. Hopefully there's not too much gold on the ground, but every time I do this video, there's an embarrassing amount of gold on the ground. Anyway, let's stop talking about it. Let's go do it. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, here it is. Probably 6 months of collected vacuum dust. You can see in here there's like tinsel from Christmas, a piece of yarn, there's a candy wrapper, Timber's hair. Just, I don't know why we would grab that with the vacuum, but there's also grass and all kinds of stuff in here. So what we're gonna do is pretty much burn off all of the hair, and then that'll leave us with probably 75% less material to work with. Just do this here in my fire pit. All right, I think we got most of the stuff burnt off. I'm just gonna add some water here, and then I'm gonna classify it wet to 1/8 inch. Most of this should go through an 1/8 inch classifier, and anything that doesn't will be easily recognizable as like a nugget or something like that. Yeah, what is that? It's probably a back to an earring. I'll have to save that and see who lost it. Okay, so after classifying it, we have all this black water. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this a couple times just to get it a little bit cleaner so we can see what we're working with. And real quick, I wanna go through the bigger material. I'm not seeing any like big gold nuggets or anything. I do see a lot of these things. I don't know, I still haven't figured out what they are. They're like little, I think they're pins actually. No gold nuggets, so that's good. I'm hitting it with higher pressure water just to break up any clumps in there. All the gold's gonna go to the bottom, so we don't have to worry about pouring off any gold. One last rinse. That'll be good enough. Now I'll just transfer this to a gold pan. All right. Okay, here it is, about 6 months of carpet concentrates from the area where I add gold to bagged pay dirt. What we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna classify it one more time to kitchen strainer. Doing this just makes the process so much easier. Even though there's only a small amount of material here, it's likely that there's a lot of flour gold in here, because that's pretty easy to lose. It just seems like we end up with a lot of flour gold more than anything. So I'm gonna wet classify this over here. Okay, here we have the plus and minus kitchen strainer size material, and I guess we can just start panning it out. If we find any bigger gold, it's gonna be in here. Is that gold? Yeah. So right there, big chunk of gold. I don't know how we end up losing so much gold. Look at that. It's like a nice picker right there. It even makes a sound when it hits the pan. So I'll just grab that with the snuffer bottle, and let's keep panning this back. There's another, is that gold? No. There's some kind of piece of metal right there. I'm not sure what that is. I think I see more gold up here. Is that a nugget? What is that? I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. I recently made a video in New York City, and this is one of those things that was in my tweezers and it flew away. Not sure what that is, just a, whoops. It's gone. And it must have flew directly into my vacuum dust bucket. Yeah, I guess that counts. What is that? Looks like some kind of a faceted gemstone. Yeah, I think it's just like a fake gem or something. I do see a piece of gold at the top up here. I see another piece of, I see 3 pieces of gold so far. We found 3 small pickers. Now compared to previous times I've done this is actually pretty good, because I've found some big nuggets just laying on the ground. Is that gold too? Looks like a piece of gold with high iron content in it. We'll grab that too. All right. I'm gonna pan it one more time just to make sure I got everything, and then we'll move on to the hard stuff. Okay, nothing else in this. Now we can pan this out. So let's bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and a few sprays of surfactant to break the surface tension of the water so any fine gold can't float away. All right, like I said before, there's likely a lot of flour gold in here, so we'll do like maybe 2 spoonfuls at a time. It's not going to take very long. There's not a lot of material here, and there's still a lot of floaty stuff in here from the fire. Yeah, you can see this stuff is panning off fairly easily. I think we can leave the rest in the pan and pan it back. It's one of those rare times when I'm hoping for less gold than more. Yeah, there's a couple pieces. You can see a little bit of gold right there. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit in there. That's crazy how we lose so much gold. That's probably 1/10 of a gram right there. 1 gram of gold today is worth like $130 or something. We'll weigh it up at the end to get a total value. I'll pan it back one more time just to make sure I got everything since we're still here. And it looks like I got everything. That was actually pretty easy. We'll go ahead and pan the rest of it. And I think I see a chunk of gold right there. And another piece. Looks like a lot. All right, let's pan this back and see what I missed. All right, not looking forward to this. I have a feeling there's a lot of gold in here. Yeah, about the same as before, maybe a little bit more. I'm not proud of that, but it is what it is. All right, I will get this cleaned up and we'll lay it all out, dry it out, and we'll get a value on it. All right, here's what we have in the snuffer bottle. Way too much gold in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's way more gold than I would like. That's probably a 1/2 gram of gold right there. That's crazy. But I'm not surprised. It happens all the time. Let's try it out, weigh it up, and get a value first. I'm gonna take a guess. That's probably 0.4 grams, but kind of expected. This happens almost every single time I do this. All right, let's try it out and see if I was right. Okay, looking at this again, I do want to change my guess. Maybe actually closer to 0.3. I'm gonna guess 0.32 final answer. Oh, 0.344. And there's some dirt in it though, right? It's not completely clean. So I'm pretty close. All right, let's see how much that was worth. So let's go to the kleshgold.com gold price calculator. I think it's actually closer to 0.3 grams rather than 0.34 because there was a little bit of dirt in there. I was kind of in a hurry. I didn't clean it all the way. And I think it's closer to 0.3 grams. But we're gonna choose 24 karat purity right here, because if you didn't already know, you can resell natural placer gold just like this to pay dirt vendors like myself. And if you have natural gold and you're looking to sell it, you can come here to kleshgold.com, click on the sell your gold link at the top, and there's an instruction, all the instructions you need on how to do that. Spot value is $4,017.74 today. Yeah, there was almost 40 bucks worth of gold on the ground. And that's probably over a period of about 6 months. Sometimes it's worse than that. You can check the other videos on this channel. I'm very sure that I found more than 0.3 grams of gold on my floor. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. For me, it's just a process. I have to do this, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you want, and don't forget to hype the video. It's a new thing that the YouTube algorithm really looks for, so please hype the video if you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Thanks again everyone for watching my video. If you're interested in treasure hunting and you'd like to see a couple more videos from me, check out the other one linked here on the screen. I also have a bunch of playlists you can look through. A big thanks to all the names scrolling right there. That's all my Patreon supporters and channel members. And I'll see you guys on the next video.